Hi everyone, it's Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 11, Episode 1 live fan reactions, and it's good to be back with all of our Walking Dead fans. You guys know we've been doing a lot of gaming in the off season. Yeah, we got a little bit of something for everybody. We got gaming, we've got discussion, but tonight we're really going to dig in to final season. Can you believe it? The show that brought us all together. We started gaming and in so many years of Walking Dead, and we're going through this adventure. I got to start out. I got to ask it this way though, because I know we're hungry for The Walking Dead, and when we're hungry for something, we tend to we tend to rate it a little bit higher than normal. So take the I miss The Walking Dead out of it, and just give me your straight up, honest feedback. What was tonight's score? If you had to rate it from a 1 to a 10, give me tonight's score. And while we're doing that, we'll get a little bit of intro for each and every one of you and a brand new backdrop, a brand new set. So let's jump into it, everybody.
Time slips out of my hands, so I'll give up control.
All right, we're going to jump right into it. I got, look, we got scores all over the place. We got solid 8. Jewel said a 10 because of the Maggie issue. Yeah, I know why. Busy Bee gives it a 10. Moonshot 6.5. Yoshi giving it a 9.2. Lur 7. Diana C 7.5. Man, it's good to see all of the faces back together again. Good to see all of you guys. J Dev tonight would be a 9.5 or 10. Obviously, Crimson Tide Priestess with an 8. Gemstone with a 9. Howling Wolf giving it an 8. Deadly Dimes below a 9. That's a little surprising to me. I see you, Space giving it a 9. Yeah, good scores. Good scores for the most part. A couple of you guys came in a little bit low. So the ones that came in low, I'm just kind of curious. What was lacking? There's Holly. Good to see you. We're going to have a few more. I started stream a little early. It was supposed to be 10:15. I got a little anxious. Sorry. I couldn't wait to see you guys. So I'm going to let a few more people chime in. You know, give me what you liked about it. Give me what you thought the opportunity was. Dimes wanted a little bit more action. Well, you know why we got people logging in and putting their score in? I'm going to give it a 9. I liked it. I'm going to tell you, there was some great symbolism in it. I thought it was cool. I also like the fact that the one thing that I'm very particular about being in the DC area is if you're not from the DC, Alexandria, Arlington area, you may not really grasp the difference in scenery between here and then where they're filming in Georgia. So, and I'll give you case in point. I'm not going to nitpick, but I'm going to tell you why I really thought it was important that they did that with the metro station. One, Shady Grove is an actual stop on the metro station. But when they did the Whispers, and the Whispers were going off the cliff. You guys saw that, right? You probably saw that before. Well, I'm scratching my head thinking, like, where could that be in Alexandria? Because there just is not a lot of that in Alexandria or the neighboring areas, unless you get, like, way out toward West Virginia. So the fact that they actually made it feel a little bit more like DC, I liked it. So I love the metro station. I thought it was really cool that they use some of today's cliches, right? One, you saw them go down the metro station, and you saw, like, there's no place for racism in America. So I thought that's a shot, right? I mean, that was certainly well intended. And I like how they incorporate the fact that Negan said, you know, one of the most overused cliches, right? Is I live rent free in your head. So they're throwing like common catchphrases out there. I thought that was cool. So I'm going to give it a 9. one thing that The Walking Dead and I guess a lot of shows do this, they're known for, is the convenience or the coincidence, the way things happen. So, I mean, I must have missed something, but how they just got that armor at the Commonwealth, it's like one thing they're sitting there brainstorm, next thing you know, they're in armor. And I'm thinking, like, I must have missed something. I saw the build up of the story, but it seemed like they rushed that a little bit. Um, I like the fact that, you know, look, there's a lot of pictures up there, and Princess just stops and says, "Hey, that's you." So that was a little bit coincidental, but everything can't everything can't play out perfectly. But I needed Gage to die. I don't know if he did. That would be a good thing. I've been waiting on that for a long time. If you've watched episode 2, don't spoil it, please. Because I do want to kind of think outside the box a little bit. I know many of you have seen it. But, one, there's no way Maggie's dead. It's just, don't tell me if she is. Don't tell me if she isn't. But it's just, that's not possible. If she was dead, we would have seen her eaten at the end of the... Look, it's just the way the show is. If she's dead, they would have shown her devoured at the end, and we'd be here like, oh my God, Maggie died, Maggie died, Maggie died. But she's not. Don't sweat it. The one thing, I think that Dog found like a little exit, and then Daryl sees like an escape hatch, and then Maggie's going to fall, and then Daryl's going to like, hey, Maggie, come over here. Come over here. And then, he's going to like drag her, because Dog will always find the exit. So, yeah, Daryl's gonna find a way. And then by like episode 3, Maggie's gonna be like, now, Negan, what you did, that was wrong. So she's gonna really, really be fired up. But certainly, that was his opportunity. We talked about this, and we said that if he's gonna redeem himself, well, he ain't redeeming himself now. Once you let her fall, that's all. So, once again, I just want to remind you guys, it's great to be back with all of you guys. Really, really miss the chats, the conversations. I want to call on a few of you and see what your thoughts are. Again, if you guys could do me a favor, keep it focused on tonight's episode. I do know that many of you have already seen next week, so let's just focus in on it. I know you guys call it Subway, but we call it the Metro. But the Metro scene going through it, I really, I like that detour. It created a dark kind of, there are two things that really jumped out with The Walking Dead. It was the military base, and now, I thought they probably could have killed the rest of them and taken the rest of the... Am I the only person here that, like, you got high ground on them? Just kill them all. Kill them all and then climb back down, take the food. They're always hasty. So, and I know many of you probably wanted that too. Once you saw, like, I don't know. I mean, there couldn't have been more than 50. And they had already killed about 20 or 30. So I would have liked to see them kill the rest, take the food. But if they did that, then they wouldn't have to go out and look for a brand new area. What's up, everybody? Hey, I see all of you guys. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I see Christmas Girl. Good to see you. Straight Edge. So many names. But, yeah, they had the high ground. So, I don't know that I needed Negan to be redeemed. I mean, at this point, you're either where you're at with Negan. Kel says Negan will trek through a blizzard to save a kid and a dog, but won't lend a hand to Maggie. Now, I'm going to go big picture here. I still think we got a lot of Walking Dead to go. But we got to get to a certain point, right? We got to have the Commonwealth, and I do think the Commonwealth has some very good intentions. We got to get to the spinoff with Daryl and Carol. But then there's a whole lot of things that happen between now and then. What's going to happen to Negan long term? What's going to happen to Maggie? So those of you that scored it a little bit low tonight, did you score it low because you needed more action or you wanted people to die? How many people were disappointed that it's a premiere and we didn't have like a major shocking death like right in it? Is that what you needed after this layoff? There we go. Well, and Busy says, hey, she just put a gun to his head. Yeah. The one thing I know, though, and our group is at like Kel, Busy, we do have a lot of Negan apologists. Like, it doesn't matter what he does, they'll always find this is why he did it. But you know what? Here's the thing. She does still have a little boy back in Alexandria. So I don't care. She put a gun to his head. She's there. You don't let her fall. And that's not going to go over well. Because certainly Daryl is going to know what's going on. And it's just not going to be good for Negan. That's all I can tell you. I do too. Personally, this is not going to be the most popular opinion here, but, I'm known for unpopular opinions. Christmas Girl says, I think it was a great episode, not the caliber of a premiere, especially for the final season. I can understand that. But I'm going to give it a solid 9. I feel like it's a 9 for a lot of reasons. I like, just because it didn't have all of that. Here's the pushback I'm going to give you guys, okay? We've got a brand new enemy out there with the Reapers and the Pope. They have to set the stage for that. They can't just... The one thing that The Walking Dead, in my opinion, is really good at, not Fear of the Walking Dead, not the other ones. The Walking Dead, in my mind, is really good at setting up villains. I thought the governor was set up very well. I thought Negan was set up extremely well. In fact, when they rolled out Negan, I wasn't sure, if he was part of that motorcycle. I thought they did a really good job rolling out Negan. Alpha, I thought, was a little slow in the beginning, but again, it's what Walking Dead does. They get you familiar with the story and the villain. So tonight, because it's the final season, and I do think they're going to try to make the Reapers the worst of the worst, and in order to do that, you've got to set that eerie stage, that eerie tone. And so that's why I don't really have a problem that it was a little maybe less action than what we normally expect, because we're really starting a brand new story, a brand new chapter. So some of the subplots that are there, let's talk about those for a little bit. What is the biggest subplot that you're looking forward to? The introduction of the Reapers, when they really start taking people out. Is the group in Alexandria safe? The Commonwealth? Or, as Jim said a minute ago, the Negan and Maggie tension? Because you really got 3 or 4 things kind of working there. Who would have known that zombies sleep like at a normal hour? I mean, they were just crashed. Yeah, Rhonda says, good solid episode, 23 more to go. I think by the time we get to 3, 4, 5, and 6, this is the foundation. And it's the foundation for a final season. I liked it. Yeah, you know what? I think that was also, again, symbolism. How about one drop of blood and all of that? You know, one drop of blood spills. I guess for those Daryl fanatics out there, you could probably say, wow, you know, Daryl has some powerful blood there. He's able to wake up a whole lot of walkers. But that scene really kind of took me back to old Walking Dead, which I enjoyed it, where they're kind of tiptoeing over the walkers. You're thinking, like, somebody going to get bitten? Is somebody going to die early on? And they didn't. But it was enough suspense to sort of keep me on edge. Yeah, there's only so many ways you can portray walkers, right? So, and maybe that's some of the writing on the wall. You get to 11 seasons and you've had a good run. Your people aren't going to be afraid of zombies and walkers like they once were. So you got to sort of get them mixed in, but then make the diabolical deeds of the people are really what we're tuning in for. And now we've got some dissension between the group again. Just when you think everything is fine. So I do know that there's a lot of vitriol, and not everybody's accepted Maggie being back. So let me start with this. And not the ones that are going to say no. How many people are more sympathetic with Maggie? She was helpless. She was pregnant. Her husband got beat down in front of her. She didn't kill Negan when she had a chance. She left. And now she's back and she just can't coexist. She just can't get over it. Not a lot. Not a lot. Okay, I understand that. Now, how about Negan? Is it possible Negan's a little paranoid? Like the whole, you're leading me down here and to kill me away from the sympathetic eyes of Alexandria. Yeah, I don't buy it. I think, yeah, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that kill. There really is no team Negan, he's right, because you're not going to get that Negan. What the Negan that you think you see, no way. The Negan arc is starting to change to become dark again. So I don't think you're going to see a good Negan. I really think that tonight we started to plant the seed again for his uprising. And I'll tell you, let me ask it this way. if you agree with me, if you agree Negan's going back to that dark chapter, let me know in chat right now. And if you agree, there was one particular thing that happened tonight that should have started to prove that to you. It was very, very subtle, but it is there. It is one thing about Negan that really set his arc in motion. Did you notice the influence he had on Gage? Might have been very, very subtle. But remember, Negan in Alexandria was just a beat down, weakened version of himself. Yes, he's got some good spots. Likes Judith. Lydia gravitates toward him. But you could see when Gage says he's right, when Negan starts to use his charisma, that's when you got a problem. So the kind of subplot that I'm looking for is to see how they move Negan this season. I don't think Negan goes out a hero. I don't think Negan becomes the next Rick. I think we've seen Negan. The cruel reality of the world is this. Negan was a certain way. He tried it a different way. And when we saw Here's Negan, what we realized about him is he's going to learn over and over again that sometimes it doesn't matter how much good you do, you are what you are. And he's going to be viewed the way he's going to be viewed. He's never going to be accepted in Alexandria. He's never going to be forgiven in Alexandria. And it's always going to fuel the same way that Maggie, look, if Maggie can not let it go after 6 years, Negan can't let it go after 6 years either. He hungers for it. He needs that leadership. And I do think you're going to see I would not even be surprised to see it go to a spinoff. I've said this in the past. I think there's an appetite for a Lords of Flatbush type of Negan group where he just has his own posse, his own crew, his own group that go out and do what the Saviors did. I would not be surprised to see a Saviors reboot. Johnny, if you can keep it on episode 1, again, guys, we're just here to talk about episode number 1. I know 90% of the people here have probably already watched episode 2. No badges are given out for episode 2. We're here to talk about episode number 1 and get our reaction to it. So, with that being said, we got some really, really good Talking Dead. I wanted to get the whole group back together because it's been a while. Missed you guys. We're going to try to get a midweek Walking Dead stream if we get to a point where they stop showing every episode early. So what typically happens after a couple of weeks is you can watch it on Thursday or Friday, but when they're doing this a week early, I'm sorry, it's hard for us to get together and speculate and give our thoughts and give our bold predictions and all of those things. If it starts to thin itself out and then it's not a week early every week, if it's like 3 days early, then we could do a Tuesday stream and just kind of throw it out there. We know the spoilers are going to be out there. I mean, that's not going to change. But certainly part of the allure and part of the fun of our channel has always been to kind of get together and give what we think is going to happen, give our predictions, the psychology around the show. But certainly hoping that I am not a fan, Cats, I am not a fan of the early viewing either. I absolutely hate it. I didn't mind it when it was on Fridays. On Fridays, it was great because we could talk about it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then, we just kind of kept everybody away on Friday if they knew what happened. We did stop. We used to do our Sunday night, like we do a Walking Dead countdown, and the only thing that was out there was the spoilers. So that was always a lot of fun. We stopped doing the Walking Dead countdown just because a lot of people wanted to come in and talk spoilers. So, but overall with that arc, now, I'm not trying to convince or change, but we've got a few more people in the stream, and we will wind it down in a couple minutes. But one last time, everybody, give me your final score. Let's see if your number changed from the start of it. Great symbolism, good Walking Dead. I thought it was a good foundation. I thought it was a good platform for tonight's, for the rest of the season. I do think that the writers always do an incredible job in this series of building it up. Hopefully we get a little bit higher numbers. Let's give it all. Hey, one thing I want to remind you guys. This is our last Walking Dead season before we get into spinoffs and everything else. So we want to love the show. We want to support the show. We want to get all of our players here, all of our fans here, talk about it, get your ideas. All right, good. Moon's going to stay stubborn at 6.5. But I see most of you actually, now that you've seen kind of our group and you hang out a little bit, a few of the scores went a little higher. I see some high 8s and some 9s now. I'm going to stick with a 9. $8.5 and leave Maggie out. Okay, if Negan would have killed Maggie there, does that raise anybody's score? How many people would have given us a 10 if Negan just would have stayed there until she died? How about that? All right, looks like the anti Maggie fan club is in full effect. I agree, Gladys. I am not a. I'm always reminded of the Maggie rant that I went on. It's going to haunt me forever. But I'm okay with Maggie and Negan dying, to be honest. I think just kill them both, and then I don't have to worry about taking sides. I'll find the most unpopular decision I can possibly. That'll be the one. I have no personal attachment to it. I want to see the new improved Father Gabe and Aaron, and I think we'll be good. Everybody's waiting on zombies to chow down on Maggie. Hey everybody, we're about 30 minutes in, so I want to thank all of you guys for our reactions. Let's give a little mini boo to AMC for putting these streams out a week early and knocking out a couple of our streams. But we will be back next Sunday night with a reaction, and hopefully by then we won't get into these week early viewings that they'll. I'm not sure next week if they're going to show it a week early or if it's going to be back to that 3 days early. So but hang out with us. I do need to take a second. I want to make an announcement. Just to the Walking Dead fans and the gaming fans, all of you guys in here, do me a favor. Give me a 999. I'm going to give you a shout out. Before I give you a shout out, if you guys have not kept up with what the channel's been doing the last year and a half, we are actually building our own gaming portal website. It's been going on. You guys know we talk about Walking Dead. We play our show. We play our game, Play Dead Live, which is a live RPG. But we also have something I think is going to be good for the Walking Dead fans, for our gamers, for our Play Dead Live fans. We think within 30 days we're going to have that launched. It's going to give you a chance to do some online gaming, but also there's going to be a social aspect. So if you guys like trivia, if you guys like the Burn Arcade, if you guys like playing games against each other, that is going to be built into the platform. So long after The Walking Dead, we want all of you guys to be here to hang out with us. Stop in, catch some of our other gaming streams. But we got a lot of stuff in the pipeline, and we want to see all of you guys to be a big, big part of that. So give me a 999. Let me give some shout-outs to all of you guys that helped build this channel. I see Shaman Sheila. Thank you so much, Sheila. Julia, one of my awesome moderators. Kel, Amy Bones. Moderators are exceptional. Busy Bee, Jim Stone, Rebecca Mendez. Great to see you as always. I see you, Christmas Girl. Lynn Nesvik, pleasure as always. Long time member of the channel. Appreciate you. I see Jay Dev. Katz, thank you. Good to see you. Northside Queen, thank you so much. Great to see you, Northside Queen. Always a pleasure. Deadly Dimes, Valar, Howling Wolf, Crimson Tide Priestess. Animal is in the house. Samantha Coombs, thank you. E Beach, the Deacon, as well. Heart of Nixie, thank you so much. Shelton, good to see you. I see some longtime Walking Dead fans, some Patreons, some members, some Play Dead Live players. I never know if it's Jesus or Jesus, but you know what? I'm going to go with Jesus. So thank you so much. Good to see you. All right, if you guys want to chill with us, we'll be streaming tomorrow night. We'll be doing a pack opening event. Otherwise, Walking Dead fans, I will see you guys next Sunday. Tune in during the week. Stay tuned for some updates. And as soon as our gaming portal is up 100%, we're going to send out invites to all of you and sign up, register, play some games. There will be some Walking Dead stuff in there too. There'll be some trivia. So we're going to have a little bit of something for everybody. So thanks, everybody. And enjoy the music on the way out the door. And if you guys like the brand new backdrop, then give me a thumbs up. We'll talk to you all next Sunday or before. Thank you, everybody.
Summer's almost over, I'm a little older now. The sun's going down, and I just gotta know, how many more can I score before I drown? Man, I ain't playing around, I'm bearing my soul. All the thunder will roll. I hope my brother will outlive us all. No, I'm not ready for fall. I'm running out of sun and I don't wanna go older. The summer's almost over, I'm a little older now. I'm not slowing down. Just a face in the crowd, can't lose control. Skies, odds are the thunder will roll.